What's up, fam? Now we're here today to talk about how to make social media money in 2024. How to get money off of social media in 2024. You all are posting. You're posting content every day. You're creating these videos. You're in your bag. And you're like, man, I'm doing all this and I'm doing it for free. It's taking up all my time. It's taking up all my energy, but you're not getting any money from it. Let's talk about some of the ways that you need to be focusing on for 2024 to make sure that you're getting to the bag. Let's get right to it. All right. So if you guys are on Instagram, which I know primarily a lot of you are on Instagram, pretty much there's billions of us on Instagram, right? That's my favorite platform. When it comes to Instagram, and one of the things I like to talk about all the time is how to get money off of it, how to get paid with brands, how to get paid by doing collaborations on Instagram. A lot of the times with Instagram, people are just putting stuff out there and they're not even really getting to the bag. So let's talk about that. One of the ways you can get money in 2024 from your content on Instagram is from getting paid by Instagram. Like, you may be like, well, what are you talking about, CJ? If you guys remember in 2023, there was a thing called the Reels bonus, and I think it even went into 2022, and it kind of rolled off, right? The Reels bonus. People were getting paid off of directly from Instagram. So now let's just go into some of the things that are going to be happening in 2024 and beyond. Now, if you guys don't know, one of the leaders of Instagram, Adam, I think his last name is Mosseri. Adam, if I'm getting this wrong, I apologize. He actually recently talked about monetization of Instagram. So let's just listen to this clip from Adam real quick. I want you guys to listen to this clip, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Get paid on Instagram, sometimes from their fans directly, sometimes from brands, and sometimes from Instagram. And today we're announcing we're actually expanding our bonuses. More to that in a second. Now, on payments from fans, I love things like subscriptions because they're very predictable sources of income. And we actually just hit a great milestone where we hit 1 million active subscriptions. And that was actually based only on being available in 11 countries. And we recently expanded to 43 countries. So I expect to see that number grow pretty quickly over time. On payments from brands, we're doing more to facilitate connections between brands and creators, helping them find and vet each other. More to come on that soon. And then on bonuses, where we actually pay creators directly to create content that drives engagement, today we're announcing that we're expanding that test into the US. Currently, it's only been in South Korea and in Japan. Now, I want to be clear. These programs need to be sustainable. They need to make at least as much money as they cost us. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense for us as a business. And to get to that point, we're going to need to test and iterate and figure out what the right selection criteria are for creators. What's the right payment abilities? What are the right pricing structures? But we're really excited to bring this to the US as a holiday bonus. Again, it's going to be temporary because it's a test. Because we do want to, as quickly as possible, be able to scale the program in the US and make it very clear what the eligibility criteria are to be a.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. So if you guys here right now, again, this is Adam from Instagram, the CEO and leader of Instagram. When it comes to monetization of Instagram, we've been talking about Reels in the past, Reels bonuses, and he talked about a holiday bonus that has happened currently, like right now. Like, a lot of us in the US don't even have this holiday bonus, but it's a new program they're testing right now to give you a little bit of insight that Instagram is they're really leaning into giving us bonuses again, but they want to make sure they can, again, make sure it's quantifiable, meaning like they can scale it up and make money from it still and still give us money. But keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going and just listen a little bit more.
Available across the entire country. So we're going to start with holiday bonuses. More to come on that soon. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. This is just one step on a much longer path to help creators make a living on our platform. And I hope to give you more updates in the near future.
So again, that's Adam. So let me come back to screen here. So what we're talking about is being paid on social media in 2024. One way it's going to be by Instagram. And we're going to talk about how you stay eligible. Like, you may be just like, well, okay, cool, that's a great information, but what does that mean for me? Well, we're going to talk about the most important thing is, are you eligible to get this money when it comes available? Because a lot of people are not available, like eligible. Because you may hear me, if you guys follow me on social media, you hear me all the time talk on here and YouTube. You know, I'm making fun of people who buy followers, who get fake engagement, who really just kind of lean into the system because they want the aesthetics to look good for Instagram. Like, oh, all of a sudden, you know, I post and I get 2,000 likes, but there's no comments and things like that. And they're doing all this stuff to fake it on Instagram to be famous or to whatever the look they want to have. But then they're not eligible for things like this. And they're like, well, how come I don't get this bonus? How come I've never got that? It's because they're doing these things. You may say, you know what, I haven't done any of that stuff. And that could be just because, you know, they haven't rolled it out to you, or it just happens to just be a numbers game and they don't roll it out to everybody. You're not going to roll it to all 1 billion people that's on Instagram, right? At 2 billion. It's certain people that's just select. As certain people with creator accounts. And that's a big thing we want to talk about as well. If you're a creator account on Instagram, I would highly suggest you stay a creator account. You don't change the business. And if you're a business account, unless you're like a high profit margin, like, you know, S Corp or, you know, mid-level business, if you're a small business brand, I'm good. This is my personal suggestion. I would say, you know, you want to be a creator account because that's where all the bonuses are. Your accounts are so scalable. They're super small. When I say small, I'm talking about less than 100,000, 10,000, like anywhere. Like you're small like that. Yeah, there's no reason for you to worry about being a business account, honestly, because when you're talking about a business account on Instagram, you're not getting really too many benefits, right? The big benefits with having a business account on Instagram have to do with analytics and data. You get more driven data and you get different buttons that are allowed to be on your profile that are supposed to engage in engagement and purchases that you don't get with a creator account. To be honest with you, what are 99% of us doing? 99% of us are actually sending people to our website. We're sending them to a funnel. We're directing them to text us. We're directing them to email us. We're directing them to buy directly, right? So that's one of the things that I'm like, well, you don't really get a big business. You don't really get a big, I should say, advantage from having a business account. That's my opinion. If I'm wrong, you let me know in the comments what you guys think. But also, when it comes to partnerships, I want you guys to understand that there is even a section in Instagram that allows you to go and tap in with partners. Like if you're a creator account, you can go to this section, go to the settings section, and then there's a whole creator market, right? And I can break that down to you here in the live at a different point. But there's a whole section of where you can go to this site section and connect with different brands, different partners, and literally put your resume out there as a creator. Tell them what you're interested in, tell them what your niche is, and then they'll reach out directly to you. So they make it super easy. Now I want you to talk. We're talking about how to get paid on social media. Here's another way that we want to talk about, and I'm going to play another clip from Adam, and then we'll talk about it after that.
Expanding subscriptions worldwide. It is incredibly important that we help creators make a living online. So to do that, we actually need to offer a suite of different tools for creators to make money, because for each creator, how to do so is going to be different. And one important tool, not for all creators, but for some, is subscriptions. And what I love about subscriptions is not only do they help creators make money, but they help creators make predictable money. Because if you're running a business, it's super important that you have a rough sense of what you're going to make next week or next month. And subscriptions do just that. So a quick reminder on subscriptions. They allow you to produce and share exclusive content in stories, posts, reels, live, broadcast channels, and highlights to a subset of your fans that are excited to pay you for that content. And you can set the price. Now, we launched this about a year ago, but what we're announcing is that we're expanding over the next few weeks to 10 more countries around the world.
And so we can stop it right there. So the main point of this video, me showing it to you, is that Instagram is scaling up the ability to have subscriptions. And what subscriptions are, like he said, it's a way for you to have exclusive content for the people that are your viewers or your followers, or however you want to describe your community. They're giving them access to you in a different way, different views, right? So if you haven't tapped into this, it's an untapped market that you may want to look into. There's a couple of friends of mine that already utilize this and they're making money from it, right? It's funny because a friend of mine the other day, I'm gonna shout her out, Kiki Black. She told me that, you know, she has some subscribers to her subscriptions, right? And it's one of those things that once you get that first or that second and that third and that fourth subscriber, you're like, man, okay, let me lean more into this. It's a whole thing, right? And it's a whole nother interesting play because it is something you have to advertise. Like, unless you're Beyonce or you're like some highly visible influencer with like millions of followers, you can't be to the point where you're not promoting your subscription offers. You have to promote it to people. Now, when you select this option we're talking about making money, you have to sell it. And it's not just about just putting it out there and turning it on. You have to tell people, hey, this is available. You're missing out on this content by not coming here. Just like I've been recently on my Instagram channel directing people to come here to YouTube. That's my number one priority right now, is to get people to subscribe here on YouTube, right? But your priority may be at this point, hey, I need to get to the bag quick. Okay, cool. Why don't you have subscriptions? I know a friend of mine, I don't know if she's watching live right now, Kiki, Simple Eats with Kiki, like she has all these different recipes and she can cook like no one else, like amazing chef, amazing health professional. And when she has this information, she can literally be offering this to people for $3, $4, $5 a month. And that stuff, when it adds up and she has thousands of followers, you get just 3, 4, or 5% of those thousands to pay the $5. It's an extra bag, right? So let's continue to talk about what Instagram is offering. Let me make my screen just a little bit bigger here. Let me see if I can make it bigger so you can see. What up, Ace? I see Ace in the chat. What's good? So when we were talking about also the creators market that I was talking about a little bit earlier, Instagram makes it super easy. Like we're talking about, Instagram makes it super easy within the creator marketplace, like I said a little bit earlier, to make yourself available to brands and partners to get paid. When you have a creator account, that when we were talking about subscriptions, and yes, that's cool. That's one of the parts of being a creator. But the creator marketplace is another spot that you don't want to neglect. Like literally, I was in this the other day on my phone, and I went in and I said, hey, I like working with Propel Water. I like working with Peloton. I like working with Mizuno Running USA and the brands that I care about. So when there are projects that these companies go on there and looking for influencers for, they're like, oh yeah, let me check out CJ's resume. Now, some of these platforms, I should say brands I have already worked with, but that's cool. But it doesn't matter if they're brands. Let's say if it's a Nike, whether it's a Adidas or whoever it is that you want to work with, they may have projects. They may have projects on here that you can go in and tap in with. And also, one thing I will say is when you're talking about getting to the bag, and this is a main thing I like to talk about all the time, is do not always just go for the big brands. Do not do that. That's a mistake if you're only going for the big brands, because the smaller brands have money just the same and the money spends just the same. Okay. So listen, just because you don't have to start out with the biggest. If there's a smaller brand who will pay you $100 to make a story post or a reel, why would you not take that? Are you too good to take that $100? No, I want to wait for the $10,000 offer, a $1,000 offer. No, we're not doing that. The stuff adds up and you got to have a portfolio. You don't even know, let's say, for example, if Nike was to reach out to you or Adidas to reach out to you, you don't even know what to really reach out to them about or whatever to even ask them for. You don't know how to deal with these brands because you've never even worked with a smaller one. You've never even worked with a smaller one. So how do you know that conversation? How do you have that comfortability to go to a Nike and really ask for what you're really worth? You can't, because you've never worked with a smaller brand. So again, I'm going into a little rant about it because I don't want you guys to go on here and look and be like, yo, these smaller brands, I don't really want to tap in with, right? Doesn't make sense. We got people in the chat, so let's tap in with them real quick because we are live here on YouTube. We got Atlanta Drone Girl said, good info. I appreciate it, Ace. Ashley said, let's go, dropping gems. Okay. Yep, I just got t-shirts to wear for free, and the money comes later. Start from scratch. Come on now. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the money will come later. That's a great point, Ace. That's a great point. Like literally some of the first ambassador deals that I got really came from the fact of, hey, I'm going to give you this to wear. I'm going to give you this to wear. Okay, cool. That's free clothes I don't have to wear. I haven't bought sneakers in 5 years. 5 years I haven't bought sneakers. That's crazy. But it all started from Instagram. It all started with that. I was getting free merch from Mizuno Running USA before I got a check from them. And a lot of people sometimes will neglect that, and they're like, no, just because you got free merch, treat that same partnership as if you were already getting paid from them already. And this is how the money comes later. So that's a great point. As we said, it's all about the content. I love that. For instance, pause this live so I can go use these good wipes. Yes, exactly. Good wipes is a great example. Like, listen, I'm creative in a way where it's like, hey, how does that make sense for your brand? Well, who doesn't use the bathroom and who doesn't use wipes? And guess what? It was a no-brainer for me. And then I was like, I can tie it into fitness content. I could just tie it into just everyday content, show a personality and charisma, and it just makes sense. So Good Wipes, if you don't know, definitely a cool partner of mine. Big facts, says Ashley. Setting up mine right after this live. That's what I want to hear, straight to the action. Like, so again, don't forget about the creative marketplace on Instagram. And remember, you have to have a creator account. Now, the interesting thing about this is, and I know there's a lot of people who are going to watch this live and say, well, I don't see this, CJ. I don't see this. We're going to talk about why you might not see it in your account in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about that. So let's keep it moving. Let's talk about eligibility, which is what we're going to talk about. Again, these things are not available to everybody at every time. Instagram rolls things out at different times for different people. And it's a thing where it's like, you may say, well, man, I've been active on Instagram. I've been this. Well, maybe you've not been active as you think you've been. And on top of that, maybe it's just not your time. Or, as like I said a little bit earlier, sometimes people just got fake followers and it messes up your eligibility. So when you go into the Instagram terms and conditions, yes, I'm showing on the screen Instagram terms and conditions that no one ever reads. This is what it looks like. It's a long, long, long list of stuff, right? Let's just break it down. Let me zoom in a little bit. It says, let me read this to people because people don't know, they don't really like get it when I be making fun of people when they buy these followers and all this stuff. Creators and publishers can only monetize content consumed by their natural, authentic audience. Let me read that again. Creators and publishers, that means you on Instagram. You, hold on. Let me do this. Let me do that. That means you that's going to watch this clip later on, okay, that can only get monetized on content that is natural, authentic audience. That means creators and publishers may not engage in any behavior that artificially boosts or amplifies followers, views, or engagement for the purpose of generating more revenue. This includes manufactured sharing, which is coordinated distribution of content, or often for compensation. It says creators and publishers may lose the ability to monetize if the audience significantly consists of fake engagement, including and not limited to likes, follows, and views. I was just gonna sit there for a second because people like they do this all the time, and I know you guys see them all the time too, right? You see them. They do this stuff and they think they're getting away with something. They think, okay, cool, the money's gonna come. First of all, you're messing up your algorithm, right? Because you got all these followers and bots from people in different countries. Let's say India. If you're in the US, you should not have 90% followers in India. You might have 2%, 3%, 4%, maybe, because that's just the thing. That's just a game. Like, there's going to be followers from all over the world. And then sometimes you can't control where people follow you from. That just happens. I guarantee you, don't send a Beyonce mob after me, right? Because I'm a Beyonce fan. But even Beyonce has fake followers. And it's not because she buys them. It's just because that's just how the algorithm is. It's bots and shit like that, right? That happens. But when it comes down to you haven't bought them and the majority of your followers, like, people can see that. There's too many people, like, and trust me, Instagram sees that. And so that's one of the reasons you may not see these bonuses come your way when it comes to time to roll back out. And sometimes you don't get these little partnership deals because of that. And by the way, you don't just have to be having fake followers to maybe not get it. It just may be just not time, and maybe it just hasn't rolled out to you. But the thing is keeping your account available in a good standing. So when these things do roll out, you can get those bonuses. So I wanted to highlight that. Ash said, tell them, fam, listen, you already know I must stay on it, and I'm gonna continue to make jokes about it. And it's like one of those things because man, there's so many people that we know that's still doing it. I'm just like, really? Is this what we do? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm okay with my 14K. Like, I don't need to prove like I gotta get 100K to make no. I guarantee you I'll make more money on my 14K than these people with these 100,000 followers get, but that's a whole different topic. It's all about getting to the bag. So let's talk about the next topic, which is TikTok, because a lot of people, like pretty much all of you on here, got a TikTok account. I'm pretty sure all of you watching right now got a TikTok account. You can be selling items on TikTok, not just physical products. It could be digital products. It could be videos. It could be fitness videos. It could be all kinds of stuff, right? But when it comes to selling on TikTok, don't neglect the TikTok shop. And it's a lot easier to get in and start selling on TikTok than what you think. And so let's break it down real quick. So with TikTok shopping, they make it super simple for people to buy on TikTok, right? And we're talking about not just millennials, we're talking about Gen Z, we're talking about everybody, any age group you're talking about. I'm telling you right now, it's a thing where if you're on TikTok, you know you've probably either bought something from TikTok or you were leveraged to buy something from TikTok. You know, you probably like, you know what, I went on, even if you went to Amazon to buy something, you probably saw it first on TikTok. So why aren't you leveraging it with your digital product or your offer or your product, right? And so not just, there's a couple of ways you can make money off of TikTok, not just with, going live and having people, buy gifts and stuff like that. That's called fan monetization. That's not a monetization from the actual app or from a program, but from people gifting you money, right? But with this way, people are actually buying products. And so as you see here, when you go live on TikTok, people can actually buy directly from your live. And that's either they can buy your product or they can give you fan monetization. That's like buying a gift, right? That's still, hey, I'm supporting you. Here's a $5 heart or a digital gift. And that money adds up. Also, shoppable videos. It could be pre-recorded. They can buy directly from your page, a shop page, or they can go to the shopping tab in TikTok as well. Now, here's the thing. Here's an example. I want you to look at this. And yes, she's fine. I know the lady on the screen is fine. Let's not get distracted. Let's stay focused, okay? Whew, look at that shape. But anyway, she's an example. Miss So Slick. She has her own minority woman-owned fashion brand, right? She has literally made, how much does she make, you guys? How much does she make? You see it on the screen. Creator affiliate sales since she's launched, just under $1 million. Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look how many views she's had, and not surprised by the views, but the creator sales peak for her one video. She's made 50K from a video, right? So it's crazy to say that you can't do this too. She literally has her own fashion brand. She's created a video she's made 50K from, and she's made about $1 million since she's launched this and started selling on TikTok. Come on now. I'm just saying, this is one example of why you may say, well, man, I can't do that, CJ. I'm not her. I don't have her brand yet. I don't have this. Well, listen, you do. You just don't know it yet. And we're going to talk about that in a second. Other things that you can think about when it comes to TikTok monetization and sales, right? The thing about it is cool with this whole platform. It allows you to connect TikTok for a Shopify. You can connect it to Shopify. You can connect it to these different feeds that you are super familiar with, you've heard of before, and it's integratable with different platforms. So when it comes to e-commerce and commerce platforms, TikTok makes it super easy to do that. And even with where there's apps like Aftership, where literally you don't have to ship the actual product, it's literally someone buys it from you. Let's say if they're buying it from Ashley, it's a fitness product. Ashley doesn't have to have these products in her house. It'll actually be shipped directly from the manufacturer, the warehouse, right? So these are things that you can actually look into, and there's no reason for you not to try. There's no reason, because when it comes down to it, yes, you can do this as early as today. You can do this as early as today. You can go on TikTok to apply to become a TikTok seller. Now, I'm bringing this up because it's like one of those things we're talking about. I'm sharing all this information. We need people to actually do it, and we need you to be aggressive because you say you want to make money in 2024. You got to do something that you've never done. And so that means you can go in here and apply. And how does that work? Boom. It says you sign up right now, your phone number and email address. The application, it takes about 30 minutes to fill out the application. That means you're going to have to sit down, fill out all the information they want to know about your business. Then you can get approved within 2 to 6 days. Within 2 to 6 days, they're going to review your application, and then you're going to link your TikTok account to this. It takes about 5 minutes. So they'll let you know they're here. 2 minutes to sign up, 30 minutes to fill out the app, 2 to 6 days to get approved, and then 5 minutes to link your TikTok account. And within a week, literally next week, this time, you could be selling on TikTok. That's how simple it is, right? So to get to the bag in 2024, you got to apply for these things while they're easy, while they're possible, while you don't have to pay to get in. The social media is right now, right, quote unquote free, even though it's not. That's a whole different topic. But it's free for you to get on here and get free and unlimited audiences, and you can get this marketing. You can get out there and sell this stuff, but you got to be willing to put in the time to do this. Oh, yes. Okay. Ash says that I got to tap in with this too. And I think Atlanta Drone Girl says that she's been neglecting this feature. I think you were talking about the Instagram creators tool, or let me know which one you were talking about, Ace. Let me know. But I think you were talking about the Instagram one on that. And then Ash says, thanks for speaking this into existence. Yeah. We speak it and we're going to make it happen. Let's go to the next thing I want to talk about, because there's a list of stuff that we want to break down some other ways. Oh, okay. Ace says that creator tools and now the TikTok shop. Okay, I have it, I just don't use it. Man, that's a blessing right there. That's a blessing, because there's so many people that want that feature and don't have it. They don't have the ability to go into the creators market and do this stuff. So you got to tap into it. Since you got it. Don't neglect that. And we're going to follow up on that. So here's some other things I just written down. Just some things top of my head, ways that you can actually make money from social. Affiliate links from other brands. You may say, what is an affiliate link? Affiliate link is an easy partnership program that you can sign up for with some of your favorite brands, where you put this link out there and you share it with your community. And if someone from your community buys, you get a percentage of the sale from the original manufacturer or the original brand. Do paid collabs if you have a bigger page. Look at it where Ashley, one of the fam from Ebony Fit Weekend, her and her boyfriend Greg, they actually have and they own Ebony Fit Freaks, which is a paid collaboration page where you can purchase to be on that platform. Hundreds of thousands of followers, but if you want to get paid, hey, boom, there you go. You can pay to get on there. That's a way you can do it. When we talk about start offering more products, you all have products, you all have things out there that you're not offering, right? You're not offering to people. You may say, I'm really good at this, but you're not offering it. You have to offer more products. You currently have it, but you're not offering enough. And you have to start directing people to your website more. You got to start sending them to your funnels more. You got to start doing this stuff. We talked about you got to keep your account ready for all these different bonuses and things that come along. You got to keep your account in good standing. You got to stay ready for these things. Why don't you start a YouTube channel I've been pushing YouTube. We had my boy Najee on here yesterday, and he was talking about how he just got monetized on YouTube. He was on just the show from last night, if you haven't watched it, and he told us about how he got monetized for YouTube recently, and then how he how he's leveraging that. Oh, he's in the building. Let's go. I see you in the chat, bro. I see you. Okay, boom. Start a channel, right? Start making short posts on YouTube, the YouTube Shorts, right? Start doing this stuff, because there is YouTube Shorts they're trying to make it the easier way for you to gain subscribers and to get views to actually get monetized on YouTube instead of just long form content. You have two ways now, long form and short form. So don't get stuck on that. Lean into Pinterest. Adults shop there. Adults, like, like real grown adults, you know what I'm saying? Like people in there above, I would say above 35, 40. We're talking about people who literally got kids, they got a busy life, they got grandkids potentially, and they go online and they look at something and they see something they want to buy and they buy it. People are so accustomed to buying on Pinterest, are influenced by Pinterest. And I know I got to get my friend on here one day, Crystal, who literally has made thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars from Pinterest. Literally, her whole brand is leaned into Pinterest. Don't forget Pinterest. Like you can even put idea pins, which if you know what YouTube shorts are, you know what reels are, you know what TikTok. Well, with Pinterest, they're idea pins. And then they still make it easy on Pinterest to have the short form content on there, and people will buy from there as well. And you can actually go live on Pinterest. Did you know that? Did you know there was a Pinterest Live? Yes, there is. And you can still sell stuff just like we were talking about TikTok Live. There is the Pinterest Live. So don't forget on these. Don't forget, like, this social media has so many ways you can make money. You have to find what works for you. And the thing is, don't get overwhelmed by everything I'm saying. You have to say, you know what? There's that one thing out. CJ talked about a lot of things today, but I want to do that one. That's what you got to lean into. You can't lean into everything at once. What is going to be your number one thing going into 2024? Is it going to be YouTube Shorts? Is it going to be live on YouTube? Is it going to be Instagram lives? And you can make money off of Instagram with the monetization. You can do the subscriptions on Instagram. You can do the TikTok lives. You can do the TikTok shop that we talked about earlier, and we broke down how to apply for the TikTok shop. You can do paid memberships and subscriptions. Like I talked about a little bit earlier, my friend Kiki just said, hey, you know what? I got some subscribers now, and they're paying, the monthly fee. I don't know if they're paying $5 a month or $10 a month for subscriptions on Instagram. So lean into it, but you can't just create that and make it without promoting it over and over and over. And yes, you can't get bored promoting something that's making you money and paying your bills. Okay. Nadia says start paid memberships is plus and a much. People pay for community, tools, and resources. Come on now. That's what we're talking about. People pay for this stuff. They want to be able to be contacted. They want to be able to be reached. They want you to be able to be, that togetherness. They want information. And let's see. I recommend doing it on your own platform or website. Yeah. So example of that, creating so give me an example of that, Najee. Are you talking about creating your own projects? I should say products and putting it on your own website, or you're talking about something else? Because building the community, you probably talking about subscriptions. If you're talking about subscriptions instead of Instagram and putting on your website, let me know that as well, because that's a great topic. Because my website, Fit with CJ, is actually be coming out real soon, and I wanted it to launch on January 1st. It looks like it's gonna be a little bit delayed from that, but the thing I'm putting on my site, and I don't know, maybe I'll come on here tomorrow and show you guys. But what I'm doing is I'm having videos that are quote unquote free, right? But then I'm having monetized videos where, the videos that you see on YouTube, okay, cool, you can have those. But if we want to go more in depth, step by step, like I'm going to show you how to edit on the phone and all these different things, and have one-on-one conversations with you and stuff like that, and those type of interactions, and really like deep dive workshops, those are going to be paid monetized videos on my website, right? So here I'm talking high level, I'm talking in theory, and I'm giving you information, and now you have to go apply it. But on my website, it's going to be more so, hey, here is exactly how I did it, where here's the way you edit this video. Here's why I edited it this way. Here's how I would answer this if somebody asked me that. It's more the detail fine stuff, right? But if somebody asks me that here on YouTube, I'll still answer it for you. So, and if you ask it, but it's specifically created programs monetized on my website. So that's a good point. Yeah, so I think that's what Najee was talking about there. So let me go into the next slide, which it says questions and answers. Anybody got questions? They want to throw out here? Because I'll do a quick recap and what we've been talking about. So and for the guys that just tuned in live, or even if you're watching the replay, please, if you haven't already, like the video. Make sure you like, comment in the replay, subscribe if you haven't, because it helps the channel grow and it helps me continue to grow the platform. Now just say, yeah, building your own website and having a paid membership on it so that you own and control it. I have my own social media site, app, platform for my community, and all my programs and tools. Yes. It's a must. Like, we have Fitness on University. We're gonna have my site soon. We're gonna build out all these platforms for all these different brands that we have. And we're gonna totally own them, right? And there's some other projects that I can't talk about behind the scenes that are coming, that are going to blow people's mind. They could be like, oh my God, what is this? Like, what is this dude trying to do? He's trying to take over? Like, no, I'm not trying to take over, but I am. So it's about owning everything and owning. Like, the thing about YouTube is that there's nothing like it, and the fact that you're going to get monetized from it. That's why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to lean into it. It's going to be that funnel for everything, and it's going to lead people. When you start watching me on YouTube and you get the value, you're going to find out about everything else I offer. But at this point, let's just help people. What up, Deb? I see you in the chat. She said, let's go. If you guys have any questions about anything, tell me. And so this is for everybody who's watching right now, because there's a lot of you watching. Drop in the chat and let me know what your number one goal is for social media in 2024. Let me know what your number one goal is for 2024. Deb, Ash, Ace, Najee, all of you in the chat right now, whoever else is watching, drop in the chat. What is your number one goal for social media in 2024? And let's talk about it. Let's make sure if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. But we want to make sure that this community continues to grow, and we want to make sure that everybody's getting the value they need, because that'll help me. That's going to help me when you guys have success. He's like, man, I learned this from CJ and he's on his YouTube channel, and boom, boom, boom. And that helps me. So I want to make sure that you guys got what you need. While you're doing that, let me do a quick recap of what we talked about if you missed it a little bit earlier. And I'm going to come back to your comments in a second. We talked about brand partnerships with Instagram, getting paid on Instagram. These are ways that you're going to get paid through the creator marketplace. Brands are looking for people to work with. And you need to have a creator account, and you need to be utilizing this platform. This is where it looks like when you join the creators marketplace. You join in. Once it's offered to your account in the settings section, you go to settings at the top right of your Instagram page. You know, those three lines at the profile. You know, you go to settings. You're going to see creator marketplace. This is where you go. If it's available to you, as you see, now testing in the US, it's not available to everybody, but if you have it, make sure you utilize it. It's a way. You know how you stay eligible. First of all, you don't put a lot of copyrighted stuff. You make sure that you tag the right music artists when you actually posting reels. That's a whole nother topic that we can talk about another day. People are not tagging the right artists. People are not doing things that's messing up their monetization status, their copyright status, by not tagging the right artists. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to have fake engagement. You heard me earlier going my diatribe. It's like, if you see people doing that, and if you're friends with them, just tell them to stop. If you're really not friends with them, you don't really care, let them do what they want to do. But if you're really, really friends with them, you're like, yo, you don't want to do that to your account. I tell people that all the time. TikTok shop. You can create this. You can create your own platform on TikTok, and it's super, super easy. We gave examples of how people are making money from it, like this lady right here. Literally created her own fashion brand. She made up to $50,000 on one video post. She made $1 million of sales since she's launched it. This app, the TikTok, makes it easier to blend in with Shopify and others. And it's how you do it again. We talked about go on TikTok and apply. Go to TikTok shop, Google it, and you get the link. You can apply, and literally within a week, you can actually be having your own TikTok shop and selling items. And we talked about these other ways as well. Take a screenshot if you want, and we can go from there. Okay, so we got some answers in the community chat. So let's see what we got here. What we got? Deb said, I want to maximize my potential and show more than fitness, but everyday life. Oh yeah, that's a great one. I love that. And you know what's so funny is that when you do that, you're gonna make more money because people like you, Deb, and like anybody who knows you, like we do, like your family, like people like you, they're gonna buy from you and want to support just because they like Deb, they like you, right? And so by doing that, it doesn't feel like you're selling all the time. And so sometimes, a lot of times with social media, people just showcase one thing, and there are niche pages for that. There's niche pages for that. But think about it. How do you consume content, right? If you saw the same exact thing every single day in the same exact way, is it really going to keep your attention? Probably not. You got to switch it up. So with my page, you never know what you're going to get. Like you'll be like, wait a second, CJ's in the fitness. Then he's all of a sudden over here doing a run. Then he's doing a conference. Then he's in a music conference. Then he might doing something totally different. You never know what you're going to get from me. And it might be a movie type of feel stuff. Then it might be something comedic. And it'd be like all over, but you never know what you're going to get. But it's all quality, and it's all giving you different sides of my personality. But when I want to lean into something, you can tell, and I just lock in on that. But you don't want to bore people. You want to keep people engaged, and that's how you keep people coming back. So that's a good one. Ash says, get maximum getting paid on all platforms. Getting paid on platforms. Okay, I like it. So when you talk about getting paid on platforms, like which platforms are you looking to lean into, Ash? Which ones are you leaning into? Like if you had to pick two, because there's like so many platforms we can talk about, but which two is your, like, put them in order. What's number one for you and what's number two? What's number one platform and what's number two? Because we got to have priorities, because when we have priorities, we're gonna really focus in on them, because when we put too many, it's making a hard thing, and it's hard to keep up in momentum. And well, when it gets busy in life, then we sometimes will fall off on third or fourth anyway. So let's just stick to the what's one and two for you. Deb said right. Yes, I know I was right on everything. No, I was just joking. One other thing here while we wait back to see if we get more comments in the community chat. I want to share a bonus, right? So if you guys know, we're talking about YouTube on here, and I want to give a little bonus tip, right? Because this is one of those things that I've been recently going live on YouTube, and I was like, I'm still learning. So if you're about to start a YouTube channel, or you already use one and you're still like me and still growing and understanding it, you can get flagged for having certain music and having certain things on your page. And so with that, you don't want your website to be, I should say your channel to be flagged for too many copyright infringement. So there's a site that I want you guys to write down, and there's other sites as well. This is just the one that I'm going to talk about today. I think it's Epidemic Sound is how you say it. And so I signed up for it earlier today. I've known about it for a while, but I signed up for it today. And what it does is allows you to get copyright rights for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pieces of music, right? And so what that means is I have access now to all these pieces of content, all kind of music tracks, all kinds of different sounds and music that I can now leverage, not just on YouTube, but also on my Instagram account. As you see here, I took a screenshot and show you, like, literally this. Now I have any music that I use from the website, which I can pick whatever. I can use it on my YouTube channel. I now tagged my Instagram channel, and I will not get copyrighted. They wouldn't. So when Instagram reaches out to them and say, "Hey, does CJ have rights to use this?" Yes, I do. Again, with YouTube, I won't get flagged for having certain music, right? I won't get flagged. And for example, this is a totally random. I'm gonna try something. So if you guys remember, Kevin Samuels used to have this song, right? Kevin Samuels, I don't know if you like him, hate him, it doesn't really matter to me. But Kevin Samuels used to always come on with this certain music, and I was like, how is he doing this, not getting flagged? And it was because he was using this. And then I went and found the song he was using. So this is the song that he used to play all the time, and he would sit here with his Red Bull. Sit here with his Red Bull, sip it. Pull up in his chair. We have the little candle, right? When he have a candle, he used to have a candle. Where's my candle? Hold on. Let me get my candle. Hold on. Let me get my candle. Yes, yes, yes. It's the Godfather. It's the Godfather. And I'm back. Yeah. And I'm here. And I'm here to let you guys know we on your ass today. But did y'all see what happened to Jada Pinkett Smith? What she did there with the wheel? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see? Jada lost her damn mind. Ain't no way, Will. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, brother. You lost your damn mind letting Jada do that to you. What the hell? Nah, let me stop. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just playing. But anyway, I got the music now, y'all. I got the music. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can vibe out. I got music and I won't get copyrighted, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on. All right. So I can do my Kevin Samuels now. I got my intro music. We good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got the candle. Now. It's over. It's over for him. I might have to do a whole episode as Kevin one day and just come on here and just rip people. It's funny. Me and David one time, David Martin, we did a whole thing where we were just like talking about people's Instagram channels and like making fun of them. I might have to do it as CJ Samuels one day. CJ Samuels on the way. There we go. But going back to the whole point, this right here allows you to now use this music. I won't get flagged, right? I won't get flagged at all. So definitely check that out. I see you guys enjoyed that. You like CJ Samuels. I see that. So we might have to rock with that again. But y'all know that's the music. Y'all know that's his track right there. That might be my outro track from now on. Don't play with me. Like, don't play. Like, we'll do that. Anybody? Oh, hold on. Let me go back real quick. Ash said, take that back, YouTube, because she was talking about IG and TikTok. Okay, so you want to do YouTube, Ash? Okay, so you IG and YouTube or YouTube and TikTok? Which are the two that you want to focus on for 2024? Which ones? And yeah, while we waiting for you, we'll vibe out. Ash, tell me what's the platforms you want to work on? What for 2024? Listen, they should have never gave me a production software like this because we having too much fun. And if you haven't already, get the likes up. Get the likes up right now. Hey, it's too many of y'all in the chat right now. Get the likes up. Don't play with your boy. I'll go back on hold now. You know Kevin used to say that, right? He used to be like, yo, get the likes up. I need the likes up. Hey, y'all think I play? I will cancel this lock. Get the likes up. Everybody behave. All right, so YouTube and TikTok. Okay. Cool. So what we're gonna do, Ash, I'm gonna hold you accountable to that. I'm gonna hold you accountable, and we're gonna get you on YouTube. So we're gonna get you on YouTube. You can come live with me. What day you coming live with me on YouTube so we can talk about it? So we can talk about your YouTube launch. What we're gonna do? What day we doing it, Ash? Let me know here. You can drop it in chat. Deb, I know you talked about you want to maximize your potential and show you more than your fitness everyday life. All right, what we doing with that? What kind of content we posting? Who wants to come on live with me right now? I'll drop a link to you right now. You can jump right on here and talk. Y'all know I got your number. I will text it to you, and you can jump right up on here. We could talk right now for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You ain't gotta stay long. 5 minutes. Let's do it. Tell me right now, is the music too loud, by the way, in the background? Is it too loud? Is it just right? How's that? Is that a good vibe? Should I just let it play? Should I turn it off? Like, just let me know what's going on. Bet, let's do it. Oh, Ash, you want to jump on real quick? Oh, you will text me? Oh, okay. I think she said she'll come on here next time. Okay. She'll text me. All right, bet. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what Deb is gonna be talking about. Ace, what you got going on? What you got going on, Najee? I don't know your goals. You told me last night. Z Fit, Alyssa in the building. Oh, come on now. Z Fit in the building. I love it. Hopefully you were here the whole time. If you weren't, definitely catch the replay. But right now we just vibing out. You know, I turned into CJ Samuels over here, and they were loving it. So I mean, I can get my candle back, Jalissa, if you really want it. But yeah, I had my candle, had it lit. You know, we were vibing. But we were just talking about goals. We're about to wrap up here in a second. Just right, good vibes. Okay. So we'll keep it like that, and we'll get some other songs in here too. But the whole point is, I want you, like, we were having a little bit of fun. But I want you guys to know that when you do these things, it's gonna add value and add a layer of production quality, not only to your, let's say I'm doing this for YouTube, but it now connected to my Instagram. And I'm also now, if you look at here, if it zooms in, I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but it says currently our agreement with TikTok allows music to play in videos that are up to 60 seconds long. So as long as they're working on TikTok for longer videos, but as long as I use these videos, I should say these audio tracks on TikTok's less than 60 seconds, I'm good. Same thing with IG. I can do longer videos. I can do what I'm here on YouTube, and I don't have to pay for anything else. I paid $10 a month. $10 a month, and that's it. And I got access to all these videos. I should say not all these videos, but all these tracks. Definitely a big bonus tip I wanted to add there. So hopefully that gives value to you guys. We're gonna wrap up here in about 1 or 2 minutes. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Please share this with someone. Please, drop the link and say, hey, my boy CJ out here giving game. Copy the link, text it to them, DM it to them, tell them that, hey, we on here, we live, we giving value, hopefully help somebody. You missed it, family. Listen, don't worry, because as soon as it's over, like instantly, like the second this is over, the replay is available on YouTube, and then we'll have another one tomorrow. But let me know if you're going to, if you have any questions, Sandria. Let me know. Let me know if you have questions right now in the chat, and I'll answer them for you. Deb says things like get ready with me, what I eat in a day, get ready with me, just another day in life. Yes, I love that. Okay. So we hold you accountable to that, Deb. That's dope. Because one of the things I would say is with that, you've seen how I went in and I created Day of a Content Creator, right? That's a whole like funny little thing that I do. So Day of a Content Creator is real, but it's not. So if you know me in my real life, you know that I'm super, super busy. You know that I'm like always on it and I'm like going crazy. Like if you really follow me around for the day, you're like, how does this dude work like a mad scientist? And boom, boom, boom. He has all these things going on. He's traveling. He's there. I might be in 3 different states in a day and I'm all around. I got 4 computers around me at all times. I'm always answering DMs. I'm always answering comments. I'm answering emails. I'm having phone conversations. I'm doing lives and I'm doing it all. And I'm hosting events and I'm helping people with content. I'm recording my own content and I'm always doing this stuff, right? And you see how I'm talking right now, and that's literally how my mind works. I put it all together on a day and just made it feel all that I just said. I made you feel that in one reel. I made you feel all that. So that's kind of what you want to do. I want to feel like everything that you're doing at all times for the day. I want you to and record it. And this record, here's a little tip on that. Record really small segments. You don't have to record 5-minute videos. Record you getting ready in the morning for 30 seconds. Boom. There you go. Record you eating breakfast, 30 seconds. Boom. Record you getting ready for the gym, 10, 20 seconds. Boom. and you record these like in like 15 different things you do throughout the day, blend it all together, drop in CapCut, boom, throw in some music, you good to go. You good to go from there. Sandria said, oh, thank you so much. She said she loves this. She loves this. I appreciate it. It's Gina from IG. Oh, okay. Listen, it's so crazy because people with their Instagram names, when they come on YouTube, it be something totally different. That's a weird dynamic. It's a weird dynamic because I'm like, I haven't seen that. Like, it's how that works. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just don't have the same names everywhere, and the YouTube, we just don't treat it the same. It's interesting how that works. Ashley said, will do. She said she's definitely going to be sharing this live and share the channel with people. Deb, I will be sharing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, fam. Najee says, I use epidemic sounds as well. Definitely stress the TikTok time limit because it got my TikTok deleted. Whoa! I didn't know about the limit when I started using it early this year. Wow. So take that gem right there from Najee. Like, listen, if it's over 60 seconds on TikTok, we're using those sounds that are copyright. Be careful. So yeah, be careful with that one. We don't want no TikToks deleted. What we got here? CJ the creator, aka Phil with CJ, aka the professor, always dropping gems. I appreciate that, fam. Thank you so much. We just out here dropping gems on YouTube, hoping people will tap in, subscribe, like, comment, share with other people, because we're gonna keep doing it. The more I'm getting a love from you guys, like right now, it's inspiring me to do it even more. So thank you. Let's see. I'm loving the broadcast channel on IG. Okay. Listen, that's what I want to hear. Like this, listen. Sometimes you need to hear that as a creator. You gotta hear this from people. Like, okay, it's working. People like it. People like. I need that feedback because you gotta have that. And people like you inspire me to keep doing it and to keep helping. That's what it's all about. Because honestly, I'll tell you the things that I've been able to be blessed to do, get paid to do. Now it was not the same like this 6 years ago when I first started, and I feel like it was maybe 7. I think it was 2016, 7-8 years ago. What was that? I don't even know the math. But when I started on Instagram, I was not getting paid to do nothing for years. For years, I did not get paid $1. And then the last 3 or 4 years, it's literally created businesses, created brands, multiple brands. Aruba Vacation literally got travelers from all over the world because of Instagram, that people pay thousands of dollars to come on vacation with me and my crew. Like, that's crazy to me. Still crazy how we've grown. Ebony Fit Weekend, for example, like just on social media. It's crazy to me how Rev Up Fitness has created Rev Up Fitness Conference, has created Fitness Line University, all these different events off of just social media, and people are paying money for these things. All this is built on social media. It's crazy. And when I go to these gyms around the world, I walk in and like, oh, CJ, it's CJ. The fact that people just let me in and they're just excited that I'm there, it's all of social media. And so all that's value, all that's money, the sneaker deals I got with Mizuno, being able to be flown to the Super Bowl and be paid to be at the Super Bowl. Yes, I've been paid to be at the Super Bowl by the NFL. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. All these different things, like I can keep going and going and going. All these blessings come from social media. So you can't tell me that anybody who's listening to this right now, anybody who's watching this right now, anybody who's still at this, that you can do it and do way more, because I'm looking at it like I'm just me. And so if I'm doing it, yeah, anybody can do it. Okay, she says, have you talked about user-generated content? I'm just trying to grow in the space. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to user-generated content, specifically what kind of content around it that you're talking about? Like content that is for your brand, like is you trying to sell a product and you're talking about people who buy your product and how they actually want to pay you for it? Are we talking about that, and they buy your products and they give you reviews? Or what kind of user-generated content are we talking about? Is it top content that you're making or other people are making for you? Because that's going to give me how I'm going to answer the question for you. Because if you're trying to grow in that space, we can definitely help you out. Because when it comes from me, brand deals and other companies. Okay, so are you making brand I'm assuming in this case, and tell me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming in this case you want to make the content for other brands, Well, you can make the content for other brands. Okay, cool. Yep, she says what I make for others. That kind of content. So, example A. Let's say, for example, I want to work with Nike, right? Okay, cool. By the way, and I talked about this a little bit earlier, so definitely go back and watch the replay. Don't just always start with the biggest companies because those are harder to get into. Start with smaller companies and then build that portfolio. But real quick, one of the things I will say is you want to start making content for smaller brands and brands that are easily reachable, where if the owner or their social media manager answers the DM every single time, right? And then you want to be tagging them and stuff. Purchase from them 1 or 2 items. Make sure you really, really like it first. Make sure it's something that you really, really want to engage with, whether it's clothes, whether it's food, whatever it is. Make sure you buy it a few times and make sure you really like the product, because that's the most important. Then from there, after that, you're going to start tagging these people in the content you put out there, and you're going to be generally authentic with it. You're going to be upfront, but your quality of content has to be above everybody else's. It can't just be like everyday review. Oh yeah, this is great water. I love this water, and just sip it. Like, no, if I really want to work with Propel Water, I'm going to go and be beyond, and I'm going to get some friends of mine that interact with it. I'm going to, you guys know if you follow me on Instagram, I do like a thing where I keep the water bottle. I'll do something like that with this. I'll do something really, really funny and really engaging that they're just like, man, she took her time and really went above and beyond to promote our product, right? And then tag them in it and do it again and do it again. And I'm not saying day to day, but maybe you do it every couple of weeks or something, and until they notice you. And then even if they don't reach out to you first, don't be afraid to reach out to them. But here's the thing, don't be afraid to reach out to them unless you already have put in some value towards their brand. There's a lot of times people, exactly what Atlanta Drone Girl says, stay in their face. A lot of people are scared to ask for things, or they come out and they ask for things when they're not scared at all, but they haven't put any value into the company. Put value into the company, put your best foot forward first, and then you can DM them. Then you can email them. Exactly. Email them until your thumbs go up. Email them. And now here's another thing. Sometimes I actually reach out to these people on LinkedIn, right? Here's another thing. So how do you feel about the user-generated companies? Are you talking about companies who make the user-generated content? Is that what you're talking about, Sandria? Let me know. Atlanta Jones Girl said, I just got 3 accounts just by putting in a little effort. Let's go. I love it. That's great. 3 accounts just by putting in a little bit of effort and time to it, you can get. And listen, if you don't follow Atlanta Drone Girl on Instagram, follow her and Ace. Put down your other Instagram tags. And by the way, anybody who's watching this right now, put your Instagram handle in the comments. Put your Instagram handle in the comments if you're watching this right now. Everybody, make sure everybody's following everybody. I'm gonna go back and make sure I'm following everybody as well. Make sure we got that going. We got people on Instagram Live over here. My fault. I knocked over the camera. My fault, you guys on Instagram. Atlanta Drone Girl everywhere. Yes, exactly. I'm talking about companies that can partner to find other. Oh, okay. So those companies, I mean, they definitely work. I can't tell you the best ones. I'm not gonna give a plug for any of them in particular, but I will say they can work. They can get fairly expensive though too, right? And me personally, I have never worked directly with one. I haven't needed to, but if I was to work with one of those companies, I would make sure that they give me some type of guarantees. That's for sure, right? Keep partnering with companies that to find other companies. Yeah, you can. But those companies, those type of companies that do that, again, like you'll be paying a lot of money, and it can get really expensive. Atlanta Girl, Atlanta Drone Girl don't want me on to the Ustream. I put like this. You see that Mac behind me? Hold on. You see that Mac? I don't even know much about that Mac. I gotta get on Ustream to do that. Like I'm comfortable with my PC, but I'll get on Ustream maybe at some point. But I don't know. I don't know. Macs, I have it. I use it every now and then, but I'm not good with Mac. She says, I got you. Okay, cool. And what else we got here? We're gonna get ready to wrap up in a second. But listen, we got so many people who are like still live right now. I appreciate you tuning in live. If you haven't already, subscribe, like to the channel, share it with someone. We're gonna go live again tomorrow. If there's topics you want me to talk about, I just gotta say, if there's topics you want me to talk about, please DM me. Please leave it in the comment section on the replay. Let me know what you want to talk about next. I definitely appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And in this case, we're just gonna vibe out. Make sure we'll vibe out to the music on the way out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say. No, where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
What up, fam? It's your boy CJ, and I'm going to tell you 2 ways to increase your engagement in 2023. One way, captions. And you might be saying, hey, how's everyone putting these cool captions like this on videos all the time? What's this? You see this trend, right? I'm going to tell you right now, there's an app called Captions that you can download from the App Store, and you can get this free trial. Go ahead and try it out, see how you like it, and then it is a paid app. Now, the most important thing, the reason why it is important to put captions in your videos right now is because that's what gets people to pay attention. Now, people are now watching social media without sound more and more than ever. And 2, another way to increase your engagement in 2023, get a microphone like this. As you see, I've been moving around. Why is it super important? Not only is it trendy, you might think it's trendy, as a thing like that, but no, it's because you don't want to always have to be up on top of the video. You want to always have to be on top of the camera. Maybe I could be doing something super organic. I could be, having a conversation with someone. I could be interviewing someone. And the thing is, on top of that, this is super cheap. The 2 things I just told you, the ways to increase your engagement, this microphone, Bluetooth microphone, literally I get 2 of them for $23. Amazon, another way you can increase your engagement, those captions. Make sure you check it out. But with that said, I'm about to go watch some more soccer. Peace.
So tell you.